Hello, Arana fam. So I am here live in downtown Los Angeles. I'm at Chick-fil-A. And guys, I'm live on my Facebook fan page. I'm also live on my Facebook main page. I have everybody in here. Except, y'all know I didn't start a new Twitter account. We're just done with that for right now. And I don't have YouTube in there. But I got plans for YouTube. That's why. Tiana! Hey, girl! Hey, follow Tiana Douglas. When I tell you she's a funny female comic and I don't play games, hilarious as fuck. You hear me? Follow Tiana Douglas. Now look, I got plans for YouTube. Okay, so we live here on Facebook and Instagram. Now, I wrote out my Arana Fam manifesto just now. Shout out to King Ashley Ann. Hi, Ashley Ann. She might have noticed, like, okay, so this. Let me start from the top. So my Instagram account got snatched again. What else is new? My family's a bunch of haters. I got a post coming for them on Facebook. Okay, all right. Now, but it's great. It's fine. It's perfect. This is my opportunity to completely rebuild everything from scratch and do all the stuff I tried to do in 2019 that I kind of got distracted upon and I kind of lost my little way. It's fine. I lost my way. It's nobody's fault. I lost my way. So I'm back. Now, one of the things I've been doing is I've been making a point to, check out what the marketing gurus is talking about, because there's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. Somebody is texting me right now. In fact, their number is 313-447-1252 from Detroit. I think it's the Aunt Jemima chick that messaged me last night because I think she's from Detroit. She looks like she eats people. She's really disgusting. Now, and she's only disgusting because she looks like she eats people. If she had a better attitude and didn't look like Emmanuel Lewis with lashes on, I would, be a little bit nicer in my candor towards her. But because she came into my text messages being absolutely rude, disrespectful, making all kind of threats, like she didn't look like a bunch of chewed up sausage with lashes on. I don't have to have any type of respect or regard for that behavior whatsoever. I mean, I don't even have to really put too much time and energy into it because she can't even afford my services by the hour. And that is the new way I am starting to approach internet trolling and all of this in real life. Forget what you heard, forget what you was talking about, all that. In stand-up comedy, and now the prices went up due to all of this, Me Too stuff and the foolishness. No, the price has gone up. But I was making $3,000 an hour in 2011. So if people could get me for $1,000, they were really getting a deal, And because, I had a lot of confidence issues and stuff like that, it was one of those things where it was like, well, shit, I'd rather take 1,000 than nothing, people won't book me or whatever. But yeah, for an hour of my time, you talking $1,000 to $3,000, okay? And that was stand up. All right, you talking about a day, even as a bartender, okay? You talking about a day or a few hours of my time, we speaking $400, well, minimum. You know what I'm saying? When you do them little gigs and stuff and you whatever, you get your little $200 base pay and you get your little tips and stuff like that. So it's this is all free conversation. You know what I'm saying? Free everything. And I'm really at this point only interested in people that, get value from what it is I do. Girl gone. She's still up in here talking to herself because we're not rocking with her. I'm only interested in people that's going to get value from what it is that I do. And I only want to get, focus on the people that's going to, rock with me and go on these adventures and partake in what I'm doing. So, what I took the time to do, and I'm very excited about this, was I took the time to write out my manifesto, all right? Because I'm going to be blasting it and advertising it all over my channels, my platforms, everything. So that if you are one of these people, if this speaks to you, if this, serves you, if this is what you identify with, then just come on and join the Arana Fam and we're going to get on down, okay? Now, my new Instagram page is, right now, it's largely Virgo focused, all right? I love y'all. I love all y'all. I love all zodiac signs. Honestly, I do. First of all, my chart is, I got all kind of stuff going on. Water, fire, a lot. Okay? But, I love being a Virgo. I'm a happy Virgo. I am. With all our little quirks and idiosyncrasies, the weirdness, we some crazy motherfuckers. I I love it. I'm here for all of it. And I love Zodiac humor, like all of it. I love Zodiac humor. And so I need to, I need to. I'm going to incorporate that more on like specifically my Instagram, but more on my like social media. So since my account got snatched, the first place I started was, okay, Virgos, come on, like come up in here and represent your birthday. Let's build, let's build the coalition or whatever, the reserves or what have you. It's going to include everybody. Give me a minute. Okay, so then the next thing I was doing was I was like, I'm going to include all my tarot friends, okay? All my angel card readers, my oracle readers. It's a very distinct gift, and it's a very specific, line of work. And first of all, it's helped me and guided me so much in my own life. You know what I'm saying? And it also helped me unlock, a lot of my power, just a lot of, things I have been running from, et cetera, et cetera. And there is a whole community, and that is here for it. And they understand it and they get it. And then there's a community for people that don't really get it, but they, they're not opposed to it and they're not turned off by it. They just don't understand. And, for that community and the community that gets it, I was like, yo, let's come out here and be ourselves. So that's what we're doing. And then also there's the entrepreneur community. So I got to get on my grizzy and go back and follow more entrepreneurs that I love and respect and people that I've learned from over the years in my development as an artist and as my development as an entrepreneur. There, are specific, like, people's personal stories that, once I learned what they went through. Jack Ma, why am I not following him? First of all, he a Virgo, but also his story. Jack Ma got fired from, like, every job he ever had. Like, every job. Like, and he's the founder of Alibaba. Like, his wealth by itself, right, covers the entire wealth of the black community in America. By himself. His billions, by himself, shits on the collective entrepreneurship of black people. And because our like total, if you add up all the black entrepreneurs and millionaires and billionaires, we reach a total of like 22 billion. Okay, maybe 23 billion because like allegedly like Hov became a billionaire last year, so he joined the fold. So now we got 24 billion. But by himself, I think he's worth something ridiculous like 35 billion or 40 billion by himself. He's just one person. It's ridiculous. He got fired from every job he ever had. Every job. They was like, fuck you, get out of here. He got fired. So when I tell you, like, hearing and I one entrepreneur in particular that I love bringing up specifically because I feel like, people hear his story and they kind of just gloss over it like it was an easy triumph or something, is Howard Schultz, because he got turned down by Arlen Banks. But it was like, dude, when you get to a certain level of rejection, that shit start hitting your heart like you never believed. And like I said, 242, when I really looked at that, and because I know I've been on my own little journeys and had my own little peaks and valleys, by 100, I'm going to just keep it 1,000. By rejection number 100, a bitch will be rethinking her life. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Don't nobody fuck with me no more. They hate this cafe. I done went bankrupt. I be putting my suit on. They keep slamming the door in my face. By like he a better one than me. Because, like, I'm going to keep it real with myself and all y'all. After 100, I would have been like, oh, they don't like it. Bitch, let's go watercolor paint. I would have just took a watercolor paint. I would have been like, fuck this cafe. I'm not doing Starbucks. Fuck them. But look at what Starbucks is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's stories like that. Like, seriously, it's people's real grind stories. That when my back get against the wall, when I have moments of like doubt, despair, when I hate myself and what I'm doing and the negativity get a little bit too thick, I really be looking at other people's stuff and like, man, that could not have been easy. Okay? And, the power of life and death is in the tongue. That's when you got to get encouraged in your scripture and stuff. The power of life and death is in the tongue. I can do this. I can think it. I can believe it. I can achieve it. As a woman thinking, so is she. Like, that's when you get real into your, you got to put, I got to break it out. And I be doing all of that. And it helps. So am just taking this time to like really just enjoy this rebuilding journey, because it's like at the end of the day, we in a new decade. We ain't even in a new year. It's like, yeah, New Year's happened, and yeah, it was cute. It was real cute. But at the end of the day, this is a new decade. And here's this, get this, guys. This is real talk. This is 100% grade A real talk. I'm on my main page. I'm flipping back to the fan page real quick. Thank you for the 96 people that have joined me over here. Thank you for the 11 people over here, 32 people over on Instagram. It's cool. It's going to be more real soon. It's 100 people on the fan page right now. Okay, this is my real true story, 100% grade A. 2010, right, was the beginning of a new decade. Okay? 2010 was the year that it was my 10-year high school reunion. Okay? 2010 was the year that I got Martin Lawrence First Amendment, my first major TV credit. That was 2010. 2010 was the year that they did it in Chicago. Did it in D.C., Martin's hometown. People was flying in, and they was taping in D.C. The year I did it was the year they brought it home to Chicago. And I performed at the Chicago Theater. A place that I always wanted to do something in. I grew up watching it on State Street all my life, you know, especially those years where I was an intern at UPN, and I would have to take the Metro train all the way from Wild Hunnets, you know, from Beverly all the way Wild Hunnets down to LaSalle and Jackson, the Board of Trade building, switch over to the Red Line and take that all the way up to like Addison where the Cubs play, and catch my little connecting. Well, no, I would take it actually up to the Fullerton stop and then take my little connecting bus over. I was doing that little commute all summer 2002, going to UPN, passing up places like the Chicago Theater with big old eyes, like ooh, and then the Gene Siskel Theater thing that they built across the street. You know, I would go to little film screenings and events like that. They used to have, I don't know what they got over there now. You know, I ain't really been in Chicago like that, but they used to have a Borders right across the street. Right there, okay, we got some lights. People remember that. Baby, listen. This is my real life, okay? That Borders bookstore used to be right across the street from the Chicago Theater. Your girl would go and get her books and sit in the windowsill, reading books, looking across the street. Okay? All right, so 2010, we're performing. We're the comedian, and we had fun, and we did great, and it's great. Learn who some real friends were that year. I had to cut a bitch off because she stole my clothes. For my very first TV performance, stole my goddamn clothes. I had to wear my sister's clothes. They didn't all the way kind of fit, but it was alright. Because, you know, fortunately she just had my nephew, so it was kind of maternity driven, you know, so it kind of worked, but it wasn't really what I had going on. And then she had the nerve to show up to the show. Okay, she had the nerve to show up to the taping in the exact color of the outfit she stole. What about your friend, huh? This is how I knew I was touching on something, whatever. That exact same weekend, my high school reunion was kicking off. Okay? Fast forward. That was like May 2010 or whatever, we was taping or whatever. A week before my birthday, you guys. The week before. Like August, it was like August 29th, 30th, whatever. Because once September 1st happens, exactly 7 days later, it's my birthday. That's how it works. It's been that way since 82. That's how we rock out, right? So, but it was August. So it had to be like the 30th, the 31st, or whatever. It was like a week before my birthday. That was my tragic accident in Encino, guys. The one that almost killed me for real and took me off this earth. That was August 2010. Driving a goddamn Ford Explorer where everything blew off and damn near ran us off and it was I'll never forget that as long as I live. It was the elevated part of the highway, and we was doing 70 miles an hour. Okay, your girl survived. That's when my mom and the former person I was talking to talked me into getting the bands, because my mama was like, you're out there by yourself, and no, they're the safest cars on the market. Like whatever you got to do, I don't care. And you stop lowballing yourself. Stop getting these old ass cars. At least get you some. At least get you something in the 2000s. All this other stuff, right? And that ended up being my best investment in a car. Almost lost it one time, living that comic life and income being up and down. But we made it through. That was the first car I ended up paying off in full. no note, nothing, got a title out that motherfucker. The bitch, that car was a rider for me. And it surviving that experience and allowing myself that, experience put me on a whole different trajectory that started this decade. So by the time 2016 hit, and that was my 10 year, and all the stuff I had overcame up until that point, and the things that happened, and the rise and the fall and all of that, it was time to get on down. It was time to get on down. Now I can't, be responsible for the behavior of everybody and what watching me do that and how that progress affected the people in my life. I can't do nothing about that. Everybody has the decisions to be who they want to be and choose to do what they want to do. But one thing about me, the reason why I'm kind of sort of such a workaholic is because I really literally chose this life. I chose this occupation. I chose this career, and I love it. I really love it. And so it's like when people try to tear me away from it or tear down my confidence or try to hurt me and try to do stuff, when they see me doing like this in it, you know what I'm saying? It makes me not want to be around them. It makes me resent them. I don't care even if it's well-meaning, because everybody doesn't do it to be cruel, and everybody don't do it because they have ill intentions. Some people just they want the best for you, but they be scared for you, and they're just scared, and so they push their fear on you because they I just don't want to see you fail, and I know better. Hey, I know how to do this, and just do this. Like, trust me, you'll be safe, you'll love it, all that stuff, right? Okay. And so even now, in the midst of everything I'm going through, in the midst of everything I got going on, what has kept me this long and keeps me, going back to ground zero where I can be positive and keep moving is because I know what I'm capable of and I know what I like to do. And seriously, shout out to Tim Ferriss for making the 4-Hour Work Week, because I discovered that book, from YouTube and all this other stuff. Shout out to YouTube. Okay, YouTube has been in my life since 2006. And although I never became one of the mega YouTube stars, YouTube has always been a tool and a platform that has blessed my life in one way or another, all right? Always. It always has been, seriously. YouTube was when I wanted to beat up on myself and get down on myself for not getting accepted to NYU and not going to film school and all of that stuff. And I really was hard on myself, because at that point I was used to succeeding and getting everything I wanted, right? And I was hard on myself. But when YouTube came out, I was like, oh, shit. I was about to spend $30,000 a semester. I was really in my feelings, trying to figure out a way I was going to come up with. I was about to work an extra job. I was about to do all this other stuff to go and, because I was going to reapply and all this other stuff. And then I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just go to New York Film Academy, blah, 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 right? And then YouTube came out. Now, I graduated in 2004. Who knew that this was going to be the invention of 2005 and then take off in 2006? That's another lesson about patience. Let me just throw that in there real quick. For real. Sometimes it ain't your time, but, if you just don't fall out and, give all the way up and die or whatever, just be a little patient. You be like, oh, damn. Not only can I learn something and use this to promote myself, but eventually saved herself about $200,000, because, it'll just tuition alone would have been about $90,000 after the third semester, because it was about $30,000 a semester. It's probably 4 semesters. I don't really know how grad school works. I didn't finish. I stopped at the bachelor's. I was like, grad school is usually 2 years, so you better get on down. Grad school is usually 2 years, so I'm assuming it's 4 terms, because it's the fall term, spring term, fall term, spring term. So about after four sessions at $30,000 a pop. Yeah, we talking about $120,000. You know what I'm talking about? And that's just for the program and the degree. We ain't talking about living expenses. We ain't talking about food. We ain't talking about clothes. We ain't talking about you can't be in New York and not party a little bit. We ain't talking about fun. I'd have been in the hole, child. Bye. Especially with the life skills that I had at that point, child. Please. So, anywho, I got my little manifesto together, and I like it. I think it's cute, and I think the people that it speaks to, it's going to speak to. And that's all I care about, because I only want to attract my soulmate customers. 2010 feels like yesterday. Tiana, yes, it does. I can't believe this shit. Shout out to Aaron Young. He posted on Facebook, dude, We graduated from high school 20 years ago. And I was like, I already was thinking about that. Not only was I thinking about that, it makes me look at everybody who still got a problem with me still, that I don't even talk to, like, sideways. Because I'm like, fuck is you on? Like, why is that still on your mind? Why? I'm like, dude, 20 years? You know how much stuff I've done in 20 years since then? How many memories? How many, that I've had since high school? Nigga, I ain't on no Al Bundy shit. If y'all don't get the fuck away from me, your 4 touchdowns in one game ass. Get the fuck away from me. I hate that shit. So, that's what I'm working on. And I'm excited. I'm going to make more banners and make stuff all cutesy. So, I started off with following Virgos. I'm going to integrate more people, But I wanted to, get the squad in first. I'm like, so y'all can see where this is going. All right, we're going to have... Somebody made a meme about gender reveal parties, and they was like, what if we did, instead of gender reveal parties, zodiac reveal parties? It's like, you imagine showing up to the party and it's all decorated like, it's a Virgo! I was like, yes! I love little shit like that. I love shit like that. And I just want to, like, hang out with people that love shit like that, because we're weird, and I want us to be weird together. Like, fuck all these normal people. I want to be weird with the weirdos, because we like it, and our life is cool. Black sheep to the family, I welcome you. Oh, I gotta put that in my manifesto. Anybody that never felt like they belonged, but it wasn't your fault because you just showed up. And he was like, who is these motherfuckers? Okay, I guess I know y'all. Like, we're related, so let's make it work. Like, anybody who's ever felt that, come on in. You're part of the family. We're together in this. So I'm making all of that in my little manifesto. And like I said, I'm promoting it. I'm putting it all over the place. So when you enter my space, not my space, ain't nobody on my space no more, we hope, right? Okay. But when you enter my pages and my platforms, up front, what it's about. So you should feel no way when you get that young block. Cause now, especially after like what's happened in like the last 2 days, I don't even really respond to the people. I shoot my reply, I block them, and I post it. Block post. You want to be famous, here you go. Block post. There you go. Now everybody knows you're a fucking idiot. Keep on. Like, everybody knows you're an idiot. But I'm done with you. We're finished. So that's what is one thing that's happening. When I go live on YouTube today, because I'll go live on YouTube today, I'm going to advertise a little space, a little place that's, giving me a play. I really want to try out what I'm like in this office space, because I've been wanting to do this for the long time. Like, for the longest time, one of my recurring thoughts is, if people just let me work, now just let me do me, I'd be more pleasant, fun, all that. I enjoy the stuff I do. And yes, some of it wasn't as profitable as it could be. I realize that. But I can change that. All you gotta do is attach a couple products or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be worked out. But don't let me not do what gives me, gives me energy, what gives me drive, what makes me go, I want that. So, that's what I'll be working on today, and I'll show y'all the space. But I want to put it on YouTube, because YouTube is final. Like, YouTube, and because I'm fixing my YouTube, it's whatever. But YouTube is official. That's what I wanted to save it for that. Plus the Living My Life Wrong series. I already got a couple videos in the can that I just needed a place to just sit and do this. Like, y'all see how I'm sitting here talking to y'all? One is because I didn't tag the location. Because there's hella people right here in my comments. Somebody call the store. Somebody call the store. Like, they're so bothered. It's like, it's Saturday at 9:48 in the morning. Get a life. Get a life. We on the 4th day of a new year and a new decade. You still the same? Anyway, so those are all the updates so far. I'm definitely updating my merch. I am going to focus on coffee cups and margarita glasses too. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to not have my own line of margarita glasses. Like, really, what kind of life was I living? A corny one. What am I doing? I gotta have my own glassware. So, especially with wines, yes. I like, what was I doing? What was I wasting time with trolls for? The fuck? No. So we, moving in new directions, doing new things in 2020, and it's exciting. And I just want to spread this little new energy out there. Oh, so yeah, I'm following Virgos. I'm following my tarot and oracle friends. I'm following female boss bitches. Yes. Female bosses, I'm coming for you. I see you. I dig you. Yeah. I see it. I'm hit the follow. And then just entrepreneurs I admire in general. Because we need to teach our kids to be entrepreneurs more. As somebody who had 2 parents who were teachers, the education system failed us, dude. Failed us bad. I will give my mama credit. There were things that she taught. Well, she taught all of us. Whether, certain people took to it or not is their business. But there was things that she was trying to teach us early, just to kind of show us the way. Like, I saw this meme on Instagram and I liked it, where somebody was like, if you want to raise a billionaire, don't teach them, don't pay them to do a job. Pay them to read a book. For every book they read, get them $10 or something like that. And I was like, damn. Keeping it real, I was like, my mama kind of really did something smart, because she wouldn't just hand us money. My mama was a loan shark. Like, my mama really acted like a goddamn loan shark. Like, that's why I have some of the issues with money that I have, because, like, owing her was like the worst thing in the world. She was worse than credit card companies. And so it made me independent, though, because it made me go, man, fuck that. I don't make my money. I don't want your money. Get that shit. There's money to be made out here. There's money everywhere else. I don't need to ask you for nothing. And that's how I became who I am, because she was that way. But what she would do, especially when we was in grade school, for every A that we made, she'd give us $1. If you can make A's, you get $1. And for B's, I don't really think she gave them. I think she might have gave us like a quarter. And what would you rather have, the quarter or the $1? You want the $1. You can do more with the $1 than the quarter, She didn't get nothing for no other, thing. And I'm really trying to think if she gave things for B. She had to, because I was the only A student out of my siblings. I was the only A student. And I was an A student. I was like, there was some B's peppered in there somewhere, but mostly like every report card, every year, all 4 quarters, you'd be like, hey, all like practically kindergarten through senior year high school. Seriously, like, hey. I didn't get my first C until chemistry in high school. Like, that was like my sophomore year. And it was this teacher that we used to have that everybody did not like. I can't think of his name to save my life neither. But he was kind of mean. Mr. Slick or somebody, I don't know. But yeah, that was my first C I ever. Oh, dang. That was kind of tragic too, because there was another guy in our class who he only made A's and he got his C and he killed himself. And it was like, I'm serious. It was like, our whole class was like, oh, no, he didn't, but he did. Like, that's the kind of school we went to, though. Like, people was about their academics. Like, seriously, like, people know I ain't Morgan Park. Y'all remember Edwin? Okay. Like, people were serious, because, like, Whitney Young was, like, the magnet school. Like, they had, like, the reputation. And we was up in there. Morgan Park Academy was up in there. And then, like, the other, like, highly prestigious, like, academic school was, like, Kenwood. And, like, Lane Tech. Lane Tech had a kind of a prestigious academic community. But, yeah, Morgan Park, they didn't play. They was about... Mae Jemison went there. The first black astronaut. Like, wasn't nobody playing around in Morgan Park. They had a 7th and 8th grade program, meaning if you were, if you had the aptitude and you could test out of grade school, they would accept you early to come in and start your high school education. You was in a special program for 7th and 8th graders, but they started your high school experience early if you had the aptitude. Like, Morgan Park didn't play. So anyway, I say that to say I am looking forward to making some good memories and fun content with you guys. There is a meme about the devil that I got on my Facebook that every time I see it, I laugh so loud I scare people. It's hilarious to me. It's going on my Instagram. ignorant. It's ignorant humor, and y'all know I love that. But it's so real. I love it. And then y'all know I'm gonna go back to making my own memes. So that there's that. But also, if you're living in LA, if you're in LA and you're gonna be here and you hanging out, especially if you're a woman in LA, or if you're in a relationship, I'm doing these like women empowerment, like couple bonding events, and they're going to be awesome. So be on the lookout for that. I'll have a link up for all of that. Oh look, police walked in. They ain't gonna do shit though. If they do, I'll go live again. I'm gonna end this just because Facebook. Look at what Facebook trying to do. They trying to act like all of a sudden there is a signal problem. Look at that. But 2 police officers just walked in. Is that supposed to be an accident? Oh no. Okay, so this page didn't have nothing on it, and I just clicked on it, and then it trying to reconnect. But Instagram is working now. Facebook always be on some corniness. So check this out. I gotta finish my meal. I got like hash browns and a chicken biscuit sandwich here. I should have did coffee, but they gonna have coffee at the office, so I'm gonna just take this high C and mind my business. I'm about to hit the sauna and live my life. The shower and the sauna and luxuriate and feel fabulous. All my clothes is clean. Ooh, everything clean, everything going to the laundromat. This about to be a dope little Saturday. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.